On May 15th, 2026, we went to review Chapter 6 of Broken Plea and ended up having a 6.5 or so hour live because the entirety of Chapter 6 in this book is the report regarding Dylan Mortensen's interview with ISP and MPD on 11/17/22. This is the interview where everything that she previously stated started being unraveled. She started being even more inconsistent than she already was. And a lot more questions come from this interview, especially now that we have facts, phone data, and a lot more evidence to prove that there was a lot more going on than what they want us to believe in that 8-hour time frame, and probably even before that. In order to make sure that the information that is being told to us inconsistent, the information that's being proven to have been a lie with the information that we have now, to make sure that the facts are being spread correctly, I am going to be breaking this very long interview down into smaller segments, adding images and other things that maybe I might have forgotten to add, or things that I am thinking of as I am re-listening to the segments, as I am editing, just to give some more in-depth information to this interview. This is part 3. Everything stated in this video is my opinion. Everything is alleged. They probably have like a ridiculous tolerance at this point because of how freaking much they do this. The White Claw ain't gonna make this girl to where she can't remember shit. And then they get home like what, 12:40-ish? 12:40-ish, because Lakeland has the damn timestamp of her taking a freaking weird ass picture of Ethan's clothes on the bathroom floor at 12:43 in the morning. That's 30 minutes before Dylan said that they got back, because before it was around like 1:15, 1:30. So she didn't drink again after she got home, and then they ate popcorn, and then she took a little nappy nap on the couch. Chick was nowhere near anywhere, probably not even buzzed anymore at that point. Let's be serious. From 12:40 to 4 something in the morning, that's some hours. And she took a nap on the couch, and she ate popcorn. Come on, bro.
It's from the perspective of consumption. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely. I explained all that to her, and
that's the lawyer.
She's ready to go.
Okay,
I'm
so
sure
Friday
you did.
night maybe isn't as important as Saturday night.
Oh,
but
shit.
what happens Saturday? What time does the party end on Saturday?
On Friday, you mean?
Friday to Saturday morning. I'm gonna think it ended Saturday morning. Probably didn't end at midnight, right?
I don't even really remember exactly. I'm trying to like rethink of what happened, but I can't even think about Friday night really.
Well, this is why we're asking.
Do you care if I look at my phone to
Yeah,
see? Because I have probably videos or somewhat.
Why we're asking too is maybe there's someone you met or some path you crossed Friday into Saturday that resulted in what happened on Sunday. That's why we're walking you back.
Yeah. Okay. So
if you're following along in the book, we're on like the part of the interview on this side that is part number 16, where she's like requesting to look at her phone.
I believe we got home and we went over to the Whites. Xana and Maddie were there. I think it was.
See, that's why I wish they'd have been tested.
We were there for a little bit.
Especially now that we know that there's a possibility that Emily might have been purchasing something like that from Xana. We've already heard from several people in the interviews from Sigma Chi that Xana was somebody, or Ethan even was somebody that could find it fast. And then all of a sudden at 3:51 in the freaking morning, Emily sends Xana $14. And I'm really, really questioning if she was there. Like, was she in that house that morning? Very strange that we didn't know that until now.
I tried to leave. I think it was in her room. I can't fully remember. It was just me, Maddie, and Xana at the White's apartment, and I just didn't feel like being there, so I walked home.
Oh yeah, actually, let's keep that in mind too. For those of you who don't remember, there are pieces where she has the time incorrect because she's in, I think, Boise here, and it's like an hour different than Moscow. And when she's looking at her phone, it's not going to tell her the time that it was sent in the time zone that it was sent in. It's going to show her current. So that is something to keep in mind.
And we're at my house. They were playing music, and it was just us four for the rest of the night. And I believe I went, from what my picture I saw, I went home around 12. I mean, I went to bed around 12:10 because I was in my bed at 12:15 in that picture.
Who was in the house on Friday to Saturday again?
So the names here, this is what it says for this part. She advised the other individuals that came to the house on Friday night were Jenna. Initially, she said it was Hayden, but corrected herself to say it was not Hayden, but Zach, which is Jenna's twin brother, who came to the house, and Yessie, as well as herself. Who is Yessie? Like, I know I've heard that name several times. Did we have an interview for that person? Yessie, as well as herself, they were consuming large amounts of alcohol and playing music. She went to bed a little after 12:10 a.m. and then added she went to bed sometime between 12:10 a.m. and 12:30 in the morning. And then it shows that she wasn't sure where Kaylee had been or what time she had gone to bed. And then it starts talking about the 12:15 p.m. the next day. So keep this section in mind, because this is where we get our first time correction, which I don't know how we're having issues with that when she's got her phone, because even this, like, the minutes are completely off. It's not a time zone thing. But yeah, she's saying this is Jenna's twin brother, Zach, and then Yessie and Dylan. She doesn't say anything about Xana and Ethan, like, being there at that time. Like, not like with what I'm reading here. Like, I know it says that, like, Ethan and Hunter were at the ball, but I don't think it says anything about them going back with them to the house. It doesn't say that they went back to the house with them. So they must have parted ways, and then Xana and Ethan did something else after the fact.
His and me.
And how do you spell?
Oh, yeah. I believe.
Thank you.
And then I remember Maddie coming home at some point. I don't fully remember when. I don't remember where Kaylee was. She was either in her room or the club. I don't remember talking to her much after we got home.
But you were in bed by 12:30?
Yes, at latest 12:30. I think so.
Do you remember on Saturday when you may have awakened?
I'm gonna have to look at my phone again. Sorry. I don't know exactly when we woke up, but I know we got up at around. I have a picture of me and Xana and Maddie and Kaylee were going to get coffee and going to the store to get more alcohol. That's at 12:15 from my photo on my phone. I don't remember exactly when I woke up.
See, that's what I remember being told that morning happened. So I don't honestly remember Bethany saying that they, like, everyone else had left to go get Taco Bell. Like, I remember it being this. I remember them going to get coffee and getting more alcohol. I don't remember them saying anything about Taco Bell. So I guess we'll have to listen to it, because this is what he says that she says on 11/16. I don't remember that. And considering, like, I know that, like, it's not a big deal that Ethan stayed home because they were bringing the Taco Bell back, but considering that Taco Bell was apparently, like, his favorite place, it's strange that he didn't just go with them. Unless maybe he was asleep. I don't know.
Is that on Saturday?
Saturday afternoon, I guess you could say.
Is the picture at your house?
No, it's in the car. I mean, I have a video of Xana in the car. That's at 11:44, I guess. So I guess it was earlier than that. And that's us in the car. She had just gotten Starbucks, and then we were on the store to get more alcohol. I believe after that is when we started. We had a few bottles of champagne left from Parents' Weekend, so we were trying to drink that. Kaylee she had some good friends at the White's apartment who were having, like, a little, it was like a day jar, I guess. They had like 100 beers in this little mini inflatable pool thing, but obviously it wasn't filled with water. And a lot of people showed up there, and it was good. Like, we took pictures. That's that day, that picture that's going around. We were all really happy. Like, it was a great day. Like, nothing weird at all, nothing bad at all.
What were the plans for Saturday night?
There was a lodge party, that's where we went to later that night. That was the main plan, was like, okay, it's a party tonight. Like, those are known as the most fun parties, which is like you want to go to all of those pretty much.
Nothing about the fact that party wasn't even supposed to happen?
All of you were going? All the roommates were going?
Everybody but
Kaylee wasn't thinking so. Usually when you're a senior, you tend to go to the clubs more than the fraternity parties. That's just like the nature of it. Maddie she did go with us for a little bit, but ended up going home to go with Kaylee to the club.
What time do you think Maddie left you to go from your function to the club with Kaylee?
So I have a assignment that I turned in right before I left to go to somewhere. So pretty much Saturday night, we got home from the White's apartment. I'm going to guess around 5:30 again. I don't fully remember. Again, we were drinking that day too. Like I had just had champagne. Like I had probably around 3 drinks, seltzers. We made food. Me and Kitty made pasta, and Xana made the sandwich. Xana, me, all of us roommates. So Xana, me, Kaylee, Maddie were all together. Kaylee decided to go take a nap, and then
It says that at 5:32 p.m., Xana sends Ethan a text saying that she's going to take a nap. So they would have had to have gotten home like before that, around that time.
Xana and Maddie were on the couch watching a show. I don't know if we were fully watching a show, but we were eating, talking, and we all decided we were going to take a nap. I took a nap on the living room couch. Maddie went to her room, Xana went to her room, and went to her room. I don't remember when Ethan came around. I can't fully remember. Might have been once after we all woke up. We all set a timer at 8 p.m. to wake up together. They all were getting ready to go out. I'm pretty sure Ethan came over when we all woke up. I had to finish some psych homework, and I can look at when I turned it in. That's when I know I left. But I'm almost positive. I guess I shouldn't say that. I don't know for sure when they left, because again, I was
almost positive, and then not for sure are so on the opposite sides of the spectrum. I'm sure her lawyer has to be just like grinning, like good girl.
Probably still intoxicated. I would say I think it's around 9:30.
It gets on my nerves, bro.
But you set your alarms for 8 p.m.?
Yes, I know that for sure. We all set our alarms for 8 p.m. I'm just gonna look at when I turn this assignment in.
Now it says here that the Explorer leaves King Road at 7:19, right? 1700 out. 1700 is 5 o'clock, so 1900 would be 7 o'clock. 7:19 is when it's claiming that it leaves for him to go to Kappa Alpha Theta. It doesn't say that he stops to pick up Hunter, because on the way back it says when the house gets back from Kappa Alpha Theta to Sigma Chi and then leaving Sigma Chi over to 1122. It doesn't say here, but it also doesn't tell us when it got there. So he could have just like never left that Saturday until it was time to go pick up the sister or like everybody else that was going. But it doesn't say he stopped and picked up Hunter either. Hunter could have walked over. But yeah, it doesn't have that in here. And then by 8 o'clock, it looks like they are waking up for the other phone logs. I'm going back and forth on these pages.
So I turned my assignment in at 10:12. So then they must have gone before around 9:30, before 10, because it took me about 20 minutes to do this assignment.
Were you in the house alone?
Conveniently, this is not even on this timeline. They have all their social media shit, their phone calls. But you'd think that like this timestamp proving something Dylan is claiming to have happened, meaning a time that she was awake. I don't know. You'd think that they would have put it in this timeline.
No, Kaylee was upstairs in her room. She was getting ready for the club. One of her friends came over. I can't remember her name, but I met her a few times. She's super nice.
Everybody's super nice.
They were upstairs hanging out, and they were all getting ready. I got ready, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go over some. I left. If I turn this in, I got ready. So it means I probably left around 10:30.
What was the class assignment that you were turning in?
It's Psychology 215.
Did you have a deadline at midnight or something?
Yeah, that's when I had it. Well, I guess this supposed to be turned in Friday, so I was trying to turn it in.
To get some credit?
Yes, some credit at least.
So you think you left at
10:30 because I had to get ready. This assignment obviously is turning 10:12. I'm going to say around 10:30 is when I left.
When you left, who was in the house?
Kaylee, I believe, and I know Kaylee was for sure, and I don't fully remember if her friend was still there.
What's
pretty
your friend's
sure.
name again?
I don't remember her name. She's super nice. I met her. I mean, she's an 8, so like I'm not like close with her, but I know of her, and she's super nice. I just can't remember her name.
So, what time did she say that she got to the party? 10:30. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right, because that's what it says in the timeline. That she arrives at Sigma Chi at 22:30. So yeah, that'd be 10:30.
So, my house is like a 2-minute walk. Like it's right in front of our house, pretty much across the street up the little green hill. I guess you would know.
No, they
as I was
probably
walking there, the White's apartment, like the parking lot between, I guess parking lot between the street and the Whites. I was walking down there, I saw Maddie, and she was holding a box of White Claws, I believe. And as she was walking, I was like, "Oh, like where are you going? Like, are you not staying?" She goes, "No, I'm going to go to the club with Kaylee." I was like, "Oh, okay, well, have fun."
Now that must be. I mean, there's several boxes like all around the house. But I'm going to assume that the White Claw box being carried by Maddie is probably the same one that we see on the top of the step. Unless it was dropped off somewhere else. But I bet you that's it.
I don't know when they left. I didn't go home. I just went straight to the
Real quick. The route you took to the, did you go down to King and cross? Or did you take a shortcut?
You know those little stairs that's in between, like the tiny little stairs that's next to the Whites?
Yeah.
Those tiny stairs. I walked down that, walked the Whites.
This is the spot we see Hunter walking up, Hunter Chapin, walking up right when he's being told by Hunter Johnson, like, what's happening.
Parking lot, and then up that green hill.
Okay,
to
so
the-
when you came out your front, I'm assuming you came out the front door
Yes.
into the parking lot.
Yes.
Cross Queen.
Yes.
Took that short little path
Yes.
between the Whites and the blue apartments
Yes.
to your left.
Uh-huh.
What point in there is where you ran into Maddie?
Right when that parking lot, like that big...
Yeah, y'all heard him, right? Where he said across Queen. It is really interesting how this ended up being the 1122 King Road case. Because in all actuality, it's not King. That's very true. It should be 1122 Queen.
Come to the door, guys. Send whoever lives here down to the door. We're not leaving. And we can also see you. Abandoned property. Moscow 157. Do we have any recent involvements at 1122 Queen?
Hi, this is Officer Welsh, Moscow Police Department. Who am I speaking with? Maddie, 1 second. Let me turn the volume up on this phone here.
People want to be dumb.
All right, can you hear me, Maddie?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Do you live at 1122 Queen Street?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
That's crazy how that happened, right? That's so wild.
blue dumpster, I'm almost positive, is where I met her, and I was like, "Oh, like, what are you doing?" She goes, "I'm going to the club."
So you were already down then?
Yeah, I was down the
lot?
parking lot, and then,
Okay.
like, right where it ends in that blue dumpster is where I
Okay.
saw her.
All right.
Was she headed home with the White Claws first?
Yes, she had the White Claws with her, and she was walking home. And then I believe it was like one of those mini 6-packs, not like the huge ones.
And we're
Oh,
not here.
okay, that
We're not
changes
here. I know,
things.
you know that.
So
That might not
I
be
go,
the box at the top of the thing.
I
Wait.
go through the
They have mini 6-packs of White Claw? Oh, they do.
because
Okay.
they close their gates at a certain time, so you have to go through the front door and get these wristbands.
That's crazy.
I go through the door. I called Xana.
I've never seen
I was
them
like,
here.
"Oh, like what apartment you're at?"
I also
Because
don't
they were
look
at
for White
apartments
Claw.
beforehand, and they go, So I go down there. Ethan's there. One of the freshmen is there. There's some girls in there I don't know, but like I've seen before. They're all sorority and fraternity.
It's a seltzer.
People.
It's not
Xana,
good. It tastes mostly like tonic water.
Is there with us as well. Which is
right. Like she can. That's what's always been crazy to me is that they've believed her bullshit when it came to her not remembering crap because she's so detailed and to the point to where she's telling them she knows for a fact that Xana hadn't moved because she's in the exact same position as she was 8 hours prior. And she can hear all these noises and she can literally give you an entire story about what she's claiming happened from beginning to end while also claiming that she doesn't remember anything. And none of them ever did a shit thing about the bullshit. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And please don't forget to make sure that the notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.